Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. First of all, I want to apologize for the volume in yesterday's video. I was trying to use an earbud thinking that it was going to help with my sound, and I think it actually made it worse because I was afraid I was talking too loud because you know you have it in your ear and you can hear yourself louder. So I want to apologize for that straight off the bat. So I'm just going to go back to talking up at my phone and trying to talk a little louder. So I think I'm going to wind up probably getting me like a little lapel microphone that I can hook to my phone is what I'm going to wind up trying to do in the next week or so. But for now, I'm just going to try to make myself talk louder. That's where I'm going to go. I hope everyone is having a good day. This is going to be your Monday video. Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. So what I'm going to do, and I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your Mother's Day to watch my video yesterday. I do greatly appreciate that. I know most holidays, you know, after everybody does their eat, celebrate, and all of this and that, that's what I'll do is sit down and watch videos. Give me a wet nap. So that's usually what I do when everybody comes and we have a holiday celebration of sorts, is I'll sit down and make me a video, then I'll edit it, or well, I don't really edit, and I'll just flip it around so you can see it the right way up, and I'll post it, and then I'll watch videos while that's posted. So that's what I do. So today what I'm going to do is we're going to add the lacy bits to our journal. We'll get our lace on the pages. I'm going to add my lace pockets, and if we get that done, then I'm going to put the lace on the back. So that's what I'm trying to get done today. So what I did was I took this lace bit here, and I'm just going to try to eyeball where I need to put the fabric tack. Ooh, that's coming out fast, buddy. The bottle's filled up. That could be, you know, one reason. It may be gushing out on me. So what I'm wanting to do is I want to flip this little piece up here and scoop this underneath that. Oh, I hope I don't lose my placement where I put my lace there. But I went through and went ahead and cut my lace. Was putting it down where I wanted it throughout my book. So we're just going to go on ahead and get it done today. This is actually my Mother's Day. So we celebrated yesterday. So today, you know, I have to do whatever I feel like I want to do. And I'm going to play in my craft room. We all went out to eat dinner last night. We were going to go to the Chili's here in town. But now when I tell you we got there and that place was packed, I'm talking it was packed. There was like 4 or 5 families standing outside waiting to get in line. Then they, you know, had this table seating area inside, and it was rounded up waiting. And I said, well, let's go somewhere else, you know. So we went to a place called the Plaza, which is Mexican cuisine. And that's my favorite restaurant in town. It is just awesome. That, and I got a 10% discount card. So, you know, it saved the youngins some money. So I was like, heck yeah, let's go there. So that's what we did. I got me a $25 gift card for Amazon. So I ordered me another pink cart because they had it 7% discounted. And then I used my $25 dollar discount card or gift card there. So, and then I ordered me some 3/16 eyelets, because I've been using my punch for my tags, and the hole on it is 3/16. So I was like, well, I had a few eyelets that I could use in this journal for what tags that I had punched already. And I had some floral top pieces, and that's what I used on those tags. Now this lace here, if you can see, it's got I got it from Tamu, and it's got a little bit of sequins in it, if you can see that. And I thought that would be pretty on here, just a little shimmer, you know, just a little juicy up shimmer on it. And I thought that would be pretty off the sides, because, you know, like I said, I'm leaving the backs. Most of those are going to be white, and we're just putting pockets and tags. And I may wind up, after we get our bits looked at to see where we need to put them, we may have to wind up making up some more pockets and tags and such. And if we do, then, you know, that's fine. We'll do that. I will guesstimate that I'm probably going to have to make probably about 5 or 6 more pockets and tags and such. And that's fine. I got papers pulled in my box to do that if it need be. So I think that is going to be pretty. What do y'all think? You think it's going to look good? You see the little shimmer on it? I love that. I think it's cute. So I think this is coming together a little bit better than I had imagined or envisioned in my head. I knew I wanted to do lace bits here, and I just think that's just springy and pretty. But on the outside, I'm going to put, I think it's a 2-inch lace. So I'm going to put one where it's got like an inch over here, and then, you know, and have my tie coming out. And I'm just going, it's going to be just white, because I don't want to take away from the prettiness of my pages, you know. So let me quit yapping about what I'm going to do, and let's get this lace bit done quick, like in a hurry. I won't keep you on here for all day long. So I know I've shown how to do lace before on the edges. You know, you do about a good 1/4 inch swap of lace down it, depending on, you know, how wide your lace is or whatever, or what you want to catch. Ooh. Let's get you on there, buddy. And it's got 11 papers, which was 22 folded. So altogether it's going to be 44 pages folded in half, front and back. 11 or 22 pages per signature. And I said, well, I'm probably going to have to do a little bit more decorating of some pockets and tags, y'all. Which, that's okay. That's fine. I like playing. I got all day long to play in my craft room, and that's what I'm going to do. So, oh yeah, that's going to be so pretty, y'all. I love it. I love it already. And see, look at that. How it shimmers over. That's just tickled with it. Yeah, this one here is turning out to be prettier than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I knew it was going to be pretty, you know, just because the papers, the journal pages is pretty in herself, you know, and you can't, there ain't really too much I could do to mess that up. I mean, really, you know, other than just, you know, putting them in here upside down. And, you know, I watched my video back last night, and I was trying to figure out what I had done. And, you know, I noticed that my front signature, I had it turned upside down. The whole signature was upside down. So that's how I wound up poking them holes off on that thing. And then I sat there and watched myself, and I was like, I bet they're hollering and screaming, you idiot, you turned your papers upside down. That's what you did. I was like, oh, goodness gracious. I can't believe I did that. But that is, you know, the first rule of thumb is to check to make sure that your papers are turned right side up. And I did not do that. So that's how come my papers, the holes were off. Because I was like, what did I do? What did I do? You know, and I was just like trying to figure out what I did to, you know, to just be like, to tell you what I did to fix it. But that's what I done. I had my first signature. All the pages were upside down like this. My template was right, and I poked a hole in them. Because I wanted a little bit extra room at the top, because some of my tags I've got are a little tall, and then I've got, you know, the toppers on them is probably going to wind up sticking out a little bit, is what I was thinking. So I wanted a little room at the top to allow for that, for wherever I place things in here. And then I also allowed for the bulky part of the front and the back. So I was happy with that. And then I just basically cut the strip that I had, this piece of lace that I got from Temu, took and cut it in 8.5 inch strips, and decided, you know, that altogether it was going to be 44 page edges for front and back signature, and just divided that by however many pieces of lace that I had. And that's how I come up with the placement on most of my journals, is however many pages is in it. And then sometimes, you know, if I have an abundance of lace, like, you know, some of it I have multiple rolls, or, you know, 10 yards, but this here was, I think was 3 yards that I had. And I wanted to use it because it had that bling on it. Oh, that's going to be so pretty, look. Oh, yeah, I love it. I think it's going to be pretty. I mean, I think it'd just be pretty just the way it is, without anything else on it. And I wanted to put it on this page because I accidentally, you know, when I was getting my papers together, if you can see, I accidentally laid my wet nap on it. So, I was trying to make sure that I got a lace bit covered up on this page. And then I think I may put like a tuck spot there to try to cover that bit up. And then I was looking, and I don't have, did I turn it backwards? Yes, I did. And I don't have any washi tape that I would deem that would go with this journal. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to attach this double-sided pocket thingy bob that we made out of book page. And I'll show you that here in just a second. And I did decorate both sides of it, but I think I may have to wind up cutting a little 2-inch strip of book page, gluing the book page in here, and then flip-flopping it like that. And I thought about putting it in the middle, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. Okie dokie. So that is going to be beautiful. Love it. Okay, so I'm just hunting through to get my laces. I got my schedule this week. I'm going to be off Tuesday, which is fine, but I was a little niffed about that because I was like, you know, I've been working full weeks for, you know, a whole month. And then, you know, I got some plans that I want to do coming up in June and July. And then I just had my tree cut down out in the front yard, and I was planning, you know, because I was like, well, I'll work a full week, I'll be fine. I'll, you know, the last check of the month, you know, all I got to pay out of it is insurance, and I can, you know, in a week or so, I can pay that fellow. And he's a good friend, you know, and he comes by my work about every day, so he knows where I work at, so, you know. So I was gonna, and these two here are gonna be bunched up because I wanted one in the front of it and one at the end of it. But I was kind of planning on getting having that money for that tree guy, but I'm still gonna have it. You know, it's not that kind of a situation, but I wasn't gonna have extra money to spend. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna have extra money to do otherwise with, but that'll be fine. I'll just buy extra groceries this week, and then we'll be fine. And then all I'll have to do is buy drinks the next week, and then it'll work right on out. So I like the budget for like a month, you know what I'm saying? And so when I get my schedule and it puts me off a day during the week that I'm not normally off, I get a little niffed about that, because, you know, that messes up my budget for the month. But I understand too. But, you know, it's a truck day, so I'll probably have to go in and work a couple hours just to help, you know, get the truck put in, scanned in, and all that anyways. So it ain't no big deal. But, you know, while I was sick and recovering still from my sickness and that, I had to work, you know, actually the week after I went back to work from being sick, I had to work 6 days that week and the week after that. So, yeah, I was like, you know, that was when I needed to have, you know, the extra day off during the week or whatever have you. But, yeah, that's why I was a little niffed about it. If I just want to be full-on transparently honest, that was why I was upset. Because I said to myself, you know, while I was sick, and you knew I was still sick, but, you know, I never did run a fever with that sinus infection and stuff. I just, you know, the nasal congestion, the runniness, and then it wanted to settle up in my bronchial tubes, and had that hacking cough, and still have that, you know, every once in a while, the phlegm, have to clear your throat and all that mess. But that's where I just have finished taking all the antibiotics for that mess too. So, but yeah, the 2 weeks after that, I worked 1 week. I worked 55 almost. I worked 56 hours the 1 week after that, and then the next week I worked 50 hours. You know, then this week I just worked 40 hours, 41 hours actually. And then, you know, my next week's schedule, when I'm better now, I can, you know, run with the wind or whatever, you know, I can go. Now I get an extra day off. And I think it was because I had to go, I had my allergy medicine and shots and stuff. I wound up having to get an allergy shot and medicine and stuff. Fell asleep and woke up late to go to work Friday. So I think he's like, well, she might be tired. Let me give her another day off next week. But yeah, that's what happened. But that's what happens, you know, you take them allergy pills, you know, and you're taking prednisone and all of this and that. The prednisone, you know, is stimulates your body. So I'll wake up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Most of the time I don't go to bed till about 4, to be honest with you, 4 or 5. So I'm waking, you know, if I was asleep, I'd wake up hungry because you're taking prednisone. So then I'd be fixing me something to eat, and then go to bed when the sun come up, and then get up about 12:30, 1 o'clock and go to work and work from 2 to 10. So, yep, that's what was happening. And I've been doing that, like I said. And I guess it just caught up with me. But I took my allergy pills Thursday night and took my last prednisone, and which I'm so thankful I ain't got to take that mess, because it makes me antsy. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, it gets my nerves on the end, and just, you know, I feel like I'm rushing to do any and everything, but ain't getting nothing done. So But yeah. So now completely, I'm going to still take the allergy pill once a day, just, you know, because I have to keep my eyes from being swelled up and all that mess. But this pollen this year, I tell you what, it is a mess. I ain't never seen pollen as bad as it is this year. It's something else. And I think it's where, you know, we didn't really have too much of a harsh winter or nothing like that. We had one thread of ice, and that was it. You know, it wasn't really a deep freeze. It didn't get in, you know, below actual 20 degrees but a few times. I mean, you know, so yeah. When it does that, the pollen's real bad around here. I may have done that a little crooked. I think I did do it a little crooked. Am I yapping and not paying attention and it throws me off? Well, that's alright. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, we're almost done with putting the lace in the pages. And any of that's hanging over, I'm going to trim that off camera. I think I got 2 more pages to lace up here. But yeah, I wanted to get the lace bits done in this video and explain a little bit about how I come up with my placement on my lace. Usually I want front and back page of the signature to have lace on them, so it looks, you know, started and finished basically. And then I'll divide up how many pages I have, and I'll be like, okay, I need to do like every 3rd page to put a piece of lace on. So that's, you know, the rhyme and reason of how the lace gets decided of where it's going in my journals most of the time. And like I said, I am doing this a little fast, just because, you know, I've done the talk over with about how to put the lace and what the measurements are and that, and pretty much, you know, all it is, just the height of your page is the length of your lace measurement. That's all of that is. Some of these little sequins where I cut it's coming off, and that's fine. Oh yeah, that's gonna be beautiful. Look at that, how that just lays. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, so now let's get this back piece on. And this one here, I was just gonna just go from the edge to the green edge inside here. This one's glued down pretty good. I didn't want to pull that up none. Okay. So I need to get my height. That's what I'm doing, is just getting my height. I'm going to put this fairly thick on this side because it is lace being fabric-tacked, glued down to other lace. So I just want to make sure that's going to be good and sturdy. Now you notice I'm pulling the tops of these because, you know, it is fabric, and over time it may loosen up at the top where your bits fall out. So I try to, on my lace pieces, I'll try to pull the tops to make them a little more stout, a little more straight, a little more stronger, just for that purpose of getting in and out. And, you know, after time it will loosen the fibers up in your lace. Okay, I'm just going to trim this little pieces here off the bottom, just where it was cut and frayed. I think I need to do a little bit of glue repair up here where I thought with that journal. But yeah, I watched that back, and I said, I bet you they are sitting there screaming, you poked the holes in the paper upside down. That's what you did. But yeah, that is exactly what I did. I had my whole journal signature turned upside down and poked the holes in it. And that is the first rule of thumb. You make sure all your stuff is turned the right way before you do anything. I sat there and I watched that. I said, oh, good Lord. I bet you everybody's yelling at me. You turned it upside down crazy. That's what you did. You lunatic. Because I was like, did I turn my... Because I was checking, because I knew the bottom piece, you know, because you can see the difference. Let me get this off here before I pick it up, because it'll glue them frayed bits to it. But yeah, I knew that the top I'd left probably like 1/8 of the inch, maybe more than the bottom. So if you can see, like the top here, and then here's the bottom. There's a you know, a good, well, maybe a good 1/4 of an inch actually, because that's a good inch from the top, and that's about a 1/4 inch from the bottom. Just for the purpose of, I knew I had taller tags and toppers and such, and I wanted to allow for that, you know, not to hang up too much over the top of the journal, but I wanted to allow for that, the tag topper bits. So yeah, full on upside down, poked the holes in that first signature, sure did. Alrighty, so that is our pockets inside of the journal and all of our lace bits. Oh yes, ma'am. Oh, look at that, y'all. Ain't that pretty? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to brag on myself. I really, that's not what I'm doing, but I just, because it's better than I expected. That's what I'm trying to say, you know. So I knew it was going to be pretty, but I didn't expect it to be, you know, such prettiness as this. And this journal, I love it. I think it's going to be so pretty. Yes, ma'am. Oh, look at that. So I'll go back through and trim up the edge pieces. I just want to make sure that none of my pages are stuck together right quick. Then I'll put that tie on it, and the lace piece on the outside real quick. Yeah, I think we did good. Oh, that's so pretty. Like I said, I know a few pieces, well, I might have to come back in and do a little bit of glue in there. I'll do that off camera, but I'll trim it up, and whatever little parts that I didn't get completely glued like this, I'll come back. See, like I said, you know, talking and just have to clear the throat. Yep. Alright, and then that piece there, that's dried enough to where I can work on the outside. Okie doke. Oh yeah, look, it's so pretty. Okay, so let's see if I can split you halfway. Yep, there we go. So all I done was just tuck where the journals are and just split it in half so I can work on the outside piece real quick. And I've got a piece of just white satin ribbon. And I'm going to try my best to get it, if I can get up underneath here. I probably can't now because I pulled them so tight. And I just take my little spatula bit and just raise that up. And that's what I do, because you don't want to pull on it too much. Now, so I'm going to even this here up so that I'm going to go ahead and just fabric-tack that down underneath there, because I'm going to fabric-tack, you know, the lace cover-up pieces on it anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. with it setting this way, so I know that the pieces are even. I'm just going to put a little smidge of Fabri-Tac here just to hold it. The webs, this Fabri-Tac web. So then I know that my ribbon pieces are the same length is what I'm doing. So then when I go to flip it back over, that way it's not, the ribbon on it's not shifting back and forth, and I'll wind up with a piece like this long here and the other one's like 3 foot long. That's why I do that. So then I'm going to take and flip it back open. Now you can just take and put your ribbon tie around it after, you know, you do your lace or whatever, and but I like to keep it to where it's attached to it. That's, you know, so I don't lose it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do this. I don't want to lose my ribbon tying for my journal. So I'm just so all I done was when I raised where I sewed my signature in, I pulled it up with my little spatula just enough to get that satin ribbon underneath it, and then I'm just going to tack it down with the Fabri-Tac on either side of it and pull it right to the middle hole of your journal, so that way it's pretty much in the middle, and then it will stay attached to your journal when you're opening and closing it. You don't have to worry about hunting it every time. Alrighty, so then I'm going to take, and I chose this lace because I wanted to see the flowers through it. You know, that's what I was going for. I wanted to see the flowers through it. So I'm going to overlap it in the middle. So I'm going to go about 1 inch in the middle of the spine, and then we're just going to glue it down. Get real good at the top and the bottom, and then and that'll help strengthen up your spine and your cover as well. And then I kind of got quiet there, so I want to raise this up and put it down underneath there. And I just pull it straight. I need to get my little spatula bit for this. Okay. So yeah, I've had a pretty good weekend this weekend. I enjoyed having my oldest daughter. She come stayed till about, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock last night. We were playing Guess the Song games off their playlist. That was fun. And some of the songs, they're like, I can't believe you know those songs. Some of the songs they played, I couldn't believe they knew them, to be honest with you. But I guess, you know, they grew up in a wide genre of music, from all genres of music, so. My kids are kind of like I was with music. They listened all the way back to when, you know, I was in high school growing up and riding around in the car with the radio thumping and booming and this and that and other, thinking we was the stuff because the radio was loud, you know. Now, you know what? I turn that radio off. I can't see. I gotta hear so I don't pull out in front of somebody. The radio's too loud. It gets on my nerves now. That's so funny. Because I'd blew speakers after speaker in my cars, riding around with the radio wide open. And my youngest daughter, she still lives at home with me, and she want to get in there and turn up the radio or stuff, you know. And I'm like, turn it down, I can't see where I'm going. It's funny. Alright, so I'm going to get this other piece on, and I'm going to let it dry a little bit because I don't want it to shift when I fold it back out. I want it to lay flat. And then I'll get off of here. I'll let this dry, and I'm going to fix me something to eat, and I'll shoot a video for tomorrow, and we'll decorate this sucker. That's what we're going to do. Alright, I need to get an eyeball where I'm at here. Oops, did I go over too far? Probably. I'm just going to put it on the top of it anyways, just to make sure, because I know it's overlapping some. I'm not sure how much. Raise this piece up, glue underneath it, and lay that straight out, push it down. Uh-oh, Snoop's heard me beating something. He's barking. He's funny. He'll stand, because I'll close my bedroom door so it can talk, and he'll stand outside of it, and if he hears me hit something or drop something, well, he's on it. He's the guard dog. He's so funny. So then I'll open the door and I'll be like, Snoop, you waiting on me? And he'll stand there and wag his tail. And I was like, you were barking at me, but you're not guard dogging. And then he'll hang his head down. I'm like, come on, let's get a guard dog treat, you know. Alright, so that's what we're going to do there. And I'm just going to pat that down. And like I said, I'll come back after it dries a bit and check for pieces that aren't glued, you know, like the edges. Make sure the edges are glued really good. And then we'll go from there. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. I like the simpleness of the white and then all the bright colors on the inside. That's kind of what I was going for. I didn't want to take away from the pretty bright colors of the pages. And then I'll just trim up this pieces here where it needs to be trimmed, and we'll go back and glue whatever pieces along the edges and that. But I'll do all that off camera, you know, the final touches or what have you. I just wanted to show you how to do this piece here so that your so that your closure is permanently attached to your journal. And then if you didn't have a wide enough piece of lace, you know how to double it, overlap it to where it will cover. And I didn't want a whole bunch on the back. I wanted the more on the front. So I think that's going to be pretty. Let me see. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. That's going to be pretty. Alright, let's lay it back out and let it dry. And then I'm going to get me something to eat. And we'll come and work on it some more. We'll get our ephemera bits pulled out, see what we need. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. Like I said, today is Sunday. It is my Mother's Day. And I done celebrated, and I'm just at home crafting. Doing nothing. Well, you know, not doing nothing per se, but you know, I'm enjoying myself. So you all have a good day, and we'll talk at you till later. Bye.